Welcome to the Crawlcast. I'm your host, George Crawlsack, and this is what happened at Clash of the Castle in Scotland. In the first match, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. And still, your WWE Champion is Cody Rhodes. First, I want to say it's really nice to see the WWE Championship on every pay-per-view. They started out hot. There was a great spot where Cody Rhodes dropkicked AJ Styles through the ropes, and he took a nasty landing on the floor. At one point, it looked like Cody Rhodes took a water bottle from a fan and hit AJ Styles with it. That was a huge heel move because you know those water bottles probably cost like $6 or $7. They also did a crazy suplex counter to the outside, which Cody Rhodes did with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania that one year. So, AJ Styles also smacked Cody's head on the announce table with so many times, his head and neck with a suplex. Cody Rhodes then started bleeding. I couldn't tell if this was intentional or not. It is kind of starting to feel like the Attitude Era a little bit. You know, blood is great when it is kind of rarely used, so when it is used, it has a purpose. And so the reason why I can't tell if it was real or fake is because AJ Styles started arguing with Cody Rhodes' mom, and the camera panned to Cody Rhodes' mom, and that would have given Cody Rhodes the opportunity to blade off camera. But who knows, but there was blood. And it was funny when AJ Styles was trying to choke Cody Rhodes with a belt, and he was just failing to do so. The belt kept sliding off Cody Rhodes' head, and I wasn't sure if AJ Styles was trying to go for the neck or head, but he just really failed at it. At one point, AJ Styles threatened to hit Cody Rhodes' mom with a chair, and it would have been so great if he actually did it, the ultimate heel move, but unfortunately, he didn't. And then AJ Styles was going for a phenomenal forearm with a chain wrapped around his elbow, and Cody Rhodes just chucked a chair at his face, and he went headfirst through a table. It was a really gnarly bump. And I think at him getting the chair chucked at his head, it busted open AJ Styles because there was a cut above his right eye. And then at the end, Cody Rhodes threatened to hit AJ Styles with the steel steps, and AJ Styles quit. He hit AJ anyway. Overall, it's a pretty decent match. I quit matches are sometimes boring because, there's so much stoppage where the referee, has to stop the match to see if the person quits. There wasn't really that much of it at all. And at one point, Cody Rhodes even asked the referee to not ask him because he wanted to do so much more damage on AJ Styles. I think it would have been better if this was probably a no DQ match, but overall, it's pretty decent. Then at the end, Cody Rhodes got attacked by the Bloodline and was saved by Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. So I think at Money in the Bank, it'll be the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. And I think maybe this will lead to the return of Roman Reigns, and they'll do Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. The next match is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. And you have a new Women's Tag Team Champions with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Most of the match was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the other teams. They dominated at the beginning and Jade Cargill did a really cool Samoan drop fallaway slam combo. And then the other teams teamed up against them and took control. This definitely was the most botched match of the show. I'm a huge fan of Zoe Stark, but this was not her greatest match. Jade Cargill botched her top rope drop kick. And also, Jade Cargill looked like she tapped out to Shayna Baszler because she did tap, and it was a very awkward moment because she kept tapping out, and everyone's like, she's tapping, but she wasn't supposed to be, so I don't really know what happened there. That just has to be fixed. And also, I think this was a botch, but it made it so much better. Is when Bianca Belair went for a 450 splash, her knees went right into Shayna Baszler's back, and it looked like it really hurt. Jade Cargill had the match won, and then Dawn and Fire ran in and won. The big question after this match is what happens with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, because they clearly did not turn on each other, and obviously WWE wants them to have a match against each other. So do they stay a tag team for longer? Or maybe I can see Jade Cargill win the Royal Rumble and Bianca Belair win the championship, and then they do a match at Mania. Or maybe both of them can enter the Money in the Bank match, and that's how they split and do the match at SummerSlam. But who knows? Congratulations to Dawn and Fire, and it was a great win in their hometown. The next match is Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship, and still your Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. They had some nice chain wrestling at the beginning, and I like how Chad Gable tried to go for the ankle lock early. There was a half-and-half suplex where Chad Gable literally landed right on his head, and it did not look good. It was a really bad landing. Maxine kind of turned on Chad Gable by not hitting Sami Zayn with the title, and Chad Gable took out Otis and Sami Zayn at one spot, and then later in the match, Chad Gable accidentally hit Otis and Maxine. Otis then took Maxine and left. Sami Zayn hit the haluva kick and won. And honestly, I think that's about it. Overall, it was a fine Chad Gable and Sami Zayn match. And I don't think Chad Gable will resign with WWE after this. So good luck in AEW for Chad Gable. I think he was horribly used in WWE. I think he's a great wrestler and definitely deserved a title reign. And so I think this is it. I think he needs to go to AEW, and this will be his last match for at least a long period of time for WWE. The next match is Bayley versus Piper Niven for the WWE Women's Championship. And still, your WWE Women's Champion, Bayley. Piper Niven had a nice sunset flip, and it was overall a fine match. Bayley had the match won with the top rope Bayley to belly, but then Chelsea Green and the Rey Mysterio mask distracted the ref. Then Bayley hit a great move and pinned Piper Niven. That was fine. For the main event of the evening was Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And still, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. At the beginning, the crowd was so behind Drew McIntyre. I thought there was actually a way Drew McIntyre could win because of how the crowd was so much behind him. There was a moment where Damian Priest went for a move on the outside and got his foot caught in the top rope, and it looked horrible. He was very lucky he didn't land straight on his face, head, and neck. And I thought that was nice how they pivoted using that, where it looked like the referee was going to set Priest loose, and presumably Damian Priest told him not to. And Drew started getting offense on his leg, and he started selling his leg, and it was a nice pivot for an almost horrible moment. There was one spot where they did Hurricane Rana into a Claymore, which is great, and the officials knocked out, and I thought it was a great official spot where initially the referee ran all the way, but then was ultimately hit by another move and got taken out. And then another official runs out, starts counting 1, 2, and doesn't count the 3. We don't see the official's face, and then all of a sudden the camera pans over and it's CM Punk. I thought that was an amazing spot. You don't often see great and original spots from WWE, but I thought that was really good, where you don't know it's CM Punk until the very end. And that was just a really, really great way to end it. Amazing ending. Then CM Punk hits him with a low blow, and Damian Priest retains the title. Again, I love when WWE tries new things they haven't tried before. Overall, it was kind of a two-match show with the first WWE the WWE Championship match with AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes, and then the end. And overall, it was a fine show. Nothing spectacular, but a fine show. If you really like this content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button like it owes you money. I'll see you on the next one.